Chat. I'm Chuck Bowser, RCDD, and your co-host is Kevlin. Kevlin is on the road somewhere today. Her surroundings looks a lot better than mine. I'd rather be out in the outside, outdoors where you are. So,
Thank you, Chuck. Thanks for having me. And it's a lovely Northern California day at about 80 degrees and sunny.
you know, of all of California, I like Northern California way more than I like Southern California.
Same.
And I
Definitely, I agree.
and I and I've got family that lives in Southern California.
So do I.
So, but for a short period of time there, I was actually teaching the whole country. I've been to California a couple times to teach out there, and just Northern California is just it's just absolutely beautiful out there.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful.
You can't go wrong, that's for sure. But
Yes.
no, well, thanks for having me, Chuck. I think we've got a really exciting topic and discussion that we're going to bring forth to the audience. And let's give it a whirl and talk about this 2023 NECA BICSI Summit.
Yes. So that is the subject for today's show, the NECA BICSI 2023 Summit, which is happening not next week but the following week. And it's kind of exciting for two reasons. Number one, it's exciting for me because I'm going there as press for the podcast. So that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. So, um,
That's a pretty big achievement to get that, to be able to walk around and
and yeah,
network and take
exactly.
pictures.
Exactly. And now I'm considered press now. I'm on the same levels. Well, maybe not the same level, almost the same levels. Cable Installation and Maintenance Magazine. So I can actually go there as a press and get to report on stuff. So full pass. I was kind of surprised. I reached out to them because here's the cool thing. They've got 30, 31 speakers. Five of them have been previous guests on the podcast. Five of them. Yes. They are Jeff Beavers, Christopher Hobbs, Luke Ghetto, Sean Kelly, and Taylor Andrews. They're speaking there, and they've all been guests on the show. That's pretty cool. Absolutely pretty cool.
So it looks like you have to send out 25 invites.
Yes. Yes. Oh, Carol Everett Aller's in the house. She just said she's going to be there, I guess, as well. Oh, so yes. So Carol, you and I need to meet up so we can do a quick little video. I'll be there Monday and Wednesday. Monday and Wednesday. So the cool thing is NECA is the National Electrical Contractors Association. BICSI is the Building Industry Consulting Services Organization. BICSI represents low voltage. NECA represents the electrical side of everything. And for many, many years, we've always been two teams, but playing in different arenas, right? And now with all of the convergence of technology, and we've been saying convergence in our industry for a long time, but when you start thinking about it, that's why I was looking at the events here, and I'll talk about the sessions shortly, but there's a lot of stuff that there's a lot of crossover between the two industries. So now you were saying, um, oh my gosh, my mind just pulled a blank on me. You were saying that this is not the first time they've done this, right?
I did a little research. I did hear murmurs about this, I believe, in 2021. I know that that was a concept back then. And so I did see that they had an event last May, I believe, in Texas, and it looked to be quite the success. And I also read where NECA's got 4,500 members and BICSI's 26,000, and the convergence of both organizations only makes sense because of the commonality of the market and ICT and infrastructure really kind of overlapping now. So it really does make sense. And I'm really excited to hear your feedback and experiences from going
Yeah,
now on to this one.
I'm gonna be recording videos there. I'm gonna try to do a couple live streams there. It just kind of depends. When you get into hotels, sometimes the wireless gets real kind of funky because, well, some people say the hotels block them, but I'll try a live stream or two while we're there. But I'm definitely gonna be recording videos. And my favorite part is getting to go through the exhibit hall. We'll talk more about the exhibit hall in a minute. So NECA has 4,500 members, and BICSI has
That's
26,000. Don't let that confuse you in the size of the organizations, because NECA is a contractor association. So those are, I'm assuming, I could be wrong. Maybe Carol can let us know. Those 4,500 are 4,500 companies
that's
that are part
correct.
of that organization.
Electrical
Where
contractors.
Right, where BICSI is a member organization. So I don't want people thinking, NECA's small or whatever. It's a big organization. NECA's been around for a long time. You know, and
Well, yeah.
so let's go ahead and throw up the website. This is kind of what caught me on this. I got the email from BICSI. I love being on BICSI's email list, and so I got the email and I was like, man, I'd really love to go to that. A, I've got to take off time off work. B, I got to fly out there on my own dime. And C, I think if the early bird ticket price was, I think, $695, and the podcast just is not making that kind of money just yet. So I reached out to Jeff and I said to Jeff, said, "Hey, what's the chances of me coming out there as press?" And before he even responded back, I started getting emails from them. You've been approved for a press pass. I was like, yes,
That's
yes,
awesome. That's
yes.
awesome.
So
So,
I'm using my frequent flyer miles to get me out there. I'm using my hotel points for the stay. So the only thing I got to pay is the cab ride from the airport to the hotel, and food and food. So that's the only
so
thing I'm paying for.
So Chuck, you're also a photographer. Are you going to be doing some good selfies or some great interview collaborations that we're going to see some after pictures that you've taken?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be taking pictures. You can bet your bottom dollar on that.
That's
Um,
awesome.
but the subject matter with me, and it just, I don't know about that. But I will take some cool pictures. And I also will be doing like a videos. I'm gonna try to see if I can't catch Jeff Beavers and have him come on and do a short video. I know I might be able to talk Chris into doing a short video. And Carol's already said, name the time and the place for getting together in Denver. So maybe when I talk to her face to face, I can actually get her to do a short video with me.
That'd
So
be
just kind of saying that, right? So they have two different kinds of sessions, right? They've got the general sessions and they've got the breakout sessions. Let's go ahead and look at the schedule. Now, like I said, I'm going to be there Monday and Wednesday. I won't be there Tuesday. I'm teaching a class on Tuesday, a virtual class. So I'm going to be teaching that from the hotel. And evidently we lost Kevlin. So I've already gone through and picked out the ones I want to go to. I'm really looking forward to the fireside chat with John Daniels and Jeff Beaver. I keep going by the first name because I'm not best friends with them. It's not like they have cookouts at my house and I go to their house, but I've talked to them. I kind of know them. I feel like there's a connection there. So, but yeah, those are, John Daniels is the CEO of BICSI. Jeff Beavers is the head guy for NECA. So I really look forward to those two getting together and having a fireside chat. There she is. And they're going to talk about, let me pull up the thing real quick. They're going to talk about where the industries are going. And also, and this is one I really want to focus in on, is the technical component. I'm sorry, the industry and the technically component workforce needed to design, build, and maintain a rapidly changing industry and ecosystem. So really looking forward to hear, because electrical side is kind of different from low voltage side, right? We're 4-pair cable, low voltage, electrical's conduit and stuff, and high voltage. So I'm really looking forward to that conversation. Oh, let me ask the audience this. Is there anything that you want me to ask people when I get there, or any booths that you want me to visit while I'm there? So that's the question I want to put out there. Um, the general sessions though, it's gonna start at 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. And like I said, they got that one. But then right after that, they've got the general session. I mean, the breakout session. And here's a critique for BICSI if they're listening. Why do so many good breakout sessions at the same time? Because I can only pick one to go to, right? I can only pick one to go to. So Oh,
Oh,
look here.
yeah.
Somebody says they're going to be there. Very, very cool. So, since you said you're going to be there, let me talk about this. I wasn't going to talk about this till later on, but let's get this out of the way now. I am having two podcast meetups while I'm there. I'm going to have one on Monday and one on Wednesday. On the Monday, we're going to meet at 5:45 p.m., which is just after the exhibit hall opens, right? So I'm figuring we'll meet right there by the exhibit hall, by the front doors of the exhibit hall. And I think the exhibit hall is open at 5:30 if I remember right. And the reason I picked 5:45 is that way it gives, if you've ever been to a BICSI show, it's always a mad rush to get through the doors to the exhibit hall. So I figured let that kind of cool down a little bit, and then we'll have that meet up there for 30 minutes, and then I'll go into the exhibit hall at 6:15. So first podcast is Monday, 5:45 p.m. at the exhibit hall. The second one is going to be on Wednesday, June 28th at 8:30 a.m. just outside the Mount Columbia room on the third floor. Okay, and the reason I picked that one is because I'm attending the breakout session right there. And if you show up, I might have free things to give away, like podcast shirt, podcast stickers. Right? I've even ordered some Wire Monkey stickers for this event. I ran out of Wire Monkey stickers, so I've ordered some. So I'm gonna be giving those away. So if you see me there walking around, stop me, say hi to me. I may give you a sticker just for saying hi to me. You can't miss me. I'll be the bald guy, walk around with all the lights shining off his head. Right?
Well, that's going to be such a treat for anyone that's been a fan of yours. You've put so much effort into this to share your experience, expertise with the industry, and it's always with just enthusiasm and positivity. And your goal is to teach and educate and share awareness. And I wish I could join you. Then there'd be two press people. We might be fighting in the corridors of who's going to get that picture. But for folks to be able to meet you and get your autograph, I would imagine that you're going to have a Sharpie on hand to
I don't do
sign your name.
autographs. I don't do autographs.
And that sounds great. So I'm looking at Monday though, Chuck, and it looks like you can do the breakouts because there are different times.
Okay, so when I'm looking at the breakouts in the afternoon, and I think I've got that up on the screen. Let me double check, make sure that I have that on the screen.
Okay.
I do have that on the screen. Yes. So here's what I was talking about, right? So they got three of them.
Okay.
At 3:15, technology commissioning as a service, hospitality versus hospitals, healthcare technologies in the ICT world, and what is a class 4 fault managed power system. So they got all three of those scheduled at the
Gotcha.
exact same time. Now, I'm leaning towards going to the class 4 fault managed power breakout.
Yeah,
And
I see.
the reason I am looking forward to that is because Luke Ghetto has been on the show. Luke Ghetto works for Volt Server. And so we're talking about digital electricity and stuff like that. So I'm really, really looking forward. That's why I'm leaning towards that. But ask my wife, she'll tell you. Whenever we go to dinner, right? You know, when I make up my mind what I'm going to eat,
Right there,
five
right
seconds
then.
before 5 seconds before the waiter takes my order.
Yeah,
I let everybody
that's
go.
good.
I let everybody go first, and I mean I'll look at the menu the whole entire time, and I'll say, I might get this, I might get that, I might get that, but I usually just okay, I want that, and I probably do the same thing with the breakout sandwich. But it's going to be hard because, like I said, the hospitality one versus the healthcare one, that looks very interesting too. You know,
I,
so
I like the general set. Well, I see that thriving in digital transformation leading through disruption. That
right,
looks really cool.
right, yeah. So maybe I, I'm also very. I'm the kind of person if I start something, I've got to finish it. I'm like I'm OCD with that, right? So if I go to one, I'm going to feel very compelled to stay there to the very end of that session, but I might just have to leave that one to come to this one too, right?
No, it's such a great lineup, and look at the quality of speakers and the amount of speakers for each session too. It's bravo BICSI and NECA, because this is really a class act, and obviously it's been very well planned by a lot of people.
Right,
So
right.
you're very fortunate to be able to go.
Yep. Yeah, and then in the afternoon, They don't have any overlapping ones. I'll be both of those. So, leading the transition to energy efficient world, that's going to have Jeff Beavers, the head of NECA there, and then the reception of 5:30 to 7:30. So, oh, speaking of the reception, let's look at the exhibit floor. Let's look at some of the companies that have chosen to come to this thing. Right, this is really
Yes.
cool, really cool.
Yes. So
Even,
we're on the website, right? So do you want to?
yes,
Can you share that website, Chuck, or did
it should
everyone pretty
be.
much know?
Oh, why is it not changing screens? That's weird. Oh, you know why? Because I'm on the wrong tab. That's why. Hey, just
Oh,
because it's
okay. All
technology
right.
doesn't mean Chuck knows how to use it. There we go. Does that see the floor plan now? No, we still don't see the floor plan now.
So, yeah, this
Oh,
is amazing.
you know why? Because it's opening into a new page. That's why. That's why it's doing it. So let's do this. Let's open that to a new page,
Okay.
and then I'll share that screen, because even though the exhibit hall is not going to be as big as, like, for example, the main BICSI event in like February, right? They still have a whole bunch of great people going to be there. Let me NECA BICSI exhibits. There it
But
is.
the
We'll share.
the manufacturers here are these guys are leaders,
Oh
and
yeah. Oh yeah.
it's
Let's just look at a few of them, right?
okay.
AFL, right? And anybody knows
Yeah.
fiber knows AFL. Whoops, hit the wrong screen there. AFL, okay. Um, Aviation test equipment. I don't know who they are, but if you know me, you know I'm a test I'm a tech geek. So I'm gonna go there and check out the testing equipment. Brady Corporation is gonna be there. Okay, Brady. They make labelers.
Hmm.
CompTIA. I got several people who listen to my show who are CompTIA certified. Corning is there, right? Eaton has two booths. Two booths. Now I reached out to Penny at Eaton, and she's going as well. So I'm gonna make sure I hit by the Eaton booth and say hi to her. So, and for those who don't know, Eaton is actually going to be supplying a cabinet for the studio. Right. Let me see who else is on here that I know. Extron, Fluke. If you don't know Fluke, you haven't been in the industry for very long.
Forever.
Yeah. Gray
Gray
Bar.
bar. There looks like they're setting some stakes down.
Yep. Leviton's going to be there. Light Brigade's going to be there. Milwaukee Tool's going to be there. Ed, the old tech guy, you listening? Milwaukee's going to be there. I wonder if they're going to have any pack outs there. Nanofiber. Now, for those who don't know nanofiber is they do fiber that it's in a almost like the cord. The old payphones used to have that metal thing between the handset and the
Yes.
phone. So it's small fiber, bends real small. They were actually supposed to be on the show, but something happened there. So I'm gonna follow back up with them and find out what's going on. Right, Encompass is going to be there. Now, actually, Encompass has been on the show as well. Optical Cable Corporation, OCC, Panduit, POE of Texas. I got a project where I'm building out a studio that I might need some POE lighting. I might have to talk to them about that, see if they can help me make a show about that, about designing a POE infrastructure for my lab. Might have to check that out.
But you
Right?
got Schneider Electric. They could probably be good advisors for you too. Perhaps they could install your lights.
Yeah, no, I'll do it my own. I'll do my own installs. Yeah. Thank you very much. Yeah, yeah. Nothing against Schneider, but I'll do my own install because Schneider's not really. I don't think they have Florida locations. I don't think.
Well,
Rexel's
it's
going to be there. Sinclair Digital, they have two booths. Sinclair Digital, I think they were the ones who did that hotel in Austin, Texas, where 90% of the stuff is POE. Softing is going to be there. Southwire, STI said, they're fire stopping. You know, I'm interested in fire stopping. Oh, we lost Kevin again. I'm interested in fire stopping, so I'm going to check out that booth. And then, of course, I got to stop by Volt Server and say hi to Luke. So I'm going to have a very jam-packed, busy day there. And looking at the floor plan, it's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be pretty cool. And I kind of like the fact that this is going to be a little bit smaller event because at the BICSI February, there's so many people there that I felt like I didn't get to see everybody. Right.
This floor plan is really nice. Obviously, it's here. It's here for. It's got booth numbers on here. Very, very clear to who you might want to find, who you want to talk to, and they did a really nice job of this. It's like I mentioned earlier. It's almost like back to college night in a giant room. Real cozy.
Back to college night. I've never been to a back to college night.
So this lineup is pretty awesome. I'm really, really impressed with this. And what really kind of catches my attention most is Extron. And that tells me those guys are interested in getting a lot more involved. Usually you wouldn't maybe necessarily see them due to perhaps maybe more of the AV world. But what's your spin on that?
So yeah, Extron, they're huge in the AV side. Yeah. And AV is my kryptonite. So if anybody knows me, they know that if something's my kryptonite, I'm going to come at it twice as hard. I mean, that's how the podcast got started. It got started many, many years ago because I went to corporate to do some videos, and I did it so horribly they had to throw away all of the videos. And now look at me. Now look at me. I'm internet famous.
You're a titan.
Internet famous. Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm a titan, but yeah. No, I'm not a titan, but okay. I'm certainly a lot more comfortable in front of a camera now. So yeah, I'm definitely going to stop by their booth because I want to see a lot of the people that I interact with through the podcast and through my social media accounts, TikTok, Instagram. A lot of them are they're going to be. Oh, my mind just pulled blank because I looked at a message. I can see I got my ADD's kicking in. I looked at a chat message over there, so I need to focus on what I'm talking about. What was I just talking about? Remind me again.
So you're going to go visit Extron, Kryptonite.
Yes, because several people on the podcast are AV people. So not that they ask me questions, but I want to understand what their problems are. I'm really good at solving problems for low voltage cabling, voice data and stuff like that. AV, I could do some of the stuff, but I'm really looking forward to Extron. And Extron is considered one of the leaders in the industry.
Yep.
And in the AV side of it, at least.
Well, this is a good opportunity, Chuck, for us to get some future guests on, especially in the AV world. I think that might be a nice direction for us to wander around as well. And this is a little bit of a playground for you. I wish I could again join you and cruise around and talk to all these amazing people and professionals and why they're there and what their vision is and really the outcome of what this is going to result in our industry of coming together like this.
Oh, trust me, I'm going to bring lots of business cards, and every booth I hit, almost every person I talk to, I'm going to say, hey, do you want to be a guest on the show? Because at one point I was 6 weeks ahead in content. I am no longer 6 weeks ahead. I'm still trying to figure out what Monday's show is going to be about. And here it is, Thursday afternoon. So
Chuck, on this, when are you showing up? And is there a chance for anybody to meet up with you before the show, or are you coming in that morning and leaving the night after?
No, I'm arriving on Sunday.
All right.
But my son lives in Denver, so Sunday's he's a tattoo artist, so I may end up coming home with a tattoo.
Love it. Love it.
So I'm spending all day Sunday with him, but Monday and Wednesday I am going to be there from before they open. I'll be the first person walking around before they even open up the stuff, and I'll be the last one to leave on Monday and Wednesdays. So.
You're going to be that guy at the window, open, right?
Yeah, I'll have my head. Let me in, please, let me in.
Well, I know how excited you are about this, and I know that we've chatted on the side of ideas and where we can take this, and the collaboration efforts of future speakers, and really at the end of the day, it's to share awareness and bring more light to our amazing giant industry and the opportunities that are so vast, and just really it's about networking and really figuring out what it is that you want to get into or talk more about or lean towards in early on or late career efforts.
Yeah, one of the things I want to try to ask while I'm there, and I'm not sure who I'm going to ask this yet, but I want to have somebody of authority between one of the two organizations if they're up for it. I want to talk about the not the bad blood, but the hesitancy of the two industries to working together before. And is this a step in that direction where they're trying to help solve that? That's because, like I said, there's a lot of both those worlds that kind of interlock with each other. And just looking, and now when you look at the event schedule, a lot of the stuff is POE type stuff, and but oh, I hate the fact that this is on Tuesday. I hate the fact that this is on Tuesday.
POE.
Christopher Hobbs, he's the training director for BICSI. He is doing a section on. Well, you know what? Let me pull it up real quick because I don't remember the exact name of it, and I want to make sure I get this correct. It's on project management, something like why do most projects fail or something like that. And I know that he teaches one of the classes that he does teach. I think he teaches more than one, but one of the classes he does teach is the project management class at BICSI. Let me type this in real quick. NECA BICSI Summit. This is how I find it every single time. 2023. You think I would save the page? No, that's not the way Chuck rolls. Not the way Chuck rolls. Alrighty, so where is the events? It's a project management class.
Oh, yeah. It's on why does project management fail for contractors?
10:30
to 11:30 a.m. on Tuesday, June 27th.
Yeah, see.
Again, yeah, that's Tuesday, 10:30. Why does project management fail for contractors?
Yeah, that's of all the breakouts they have, that's the one I want to see. That's the one I want to be a part of because project management. I can't speak for the NECA side, the electrical side, but for the low voltage side, project management is one of those areas that we are horrible at.
Yeah.
Horrible. And it's our fault. It's not anybody else's fault. Some people blame, well, it's Gen X. It's, whatever. No, it's not. We as an industry are horrible about setting our brand spanking new project managers up for success.
There's so much to that. And so did you say that you had Christopher Hobbs on your show?
Yeah, he's been on the show several times.
That's awesome.
Several times.
Maybe we can have him come back and elaborate a little bit more on this very topic with us.
Oh yeah, see, there you go. Hold on, I'm writing that down in my NECA BICSI Summit notes section. See, there it is. Chris,
because you're so right. Project management does not always come with a positive connotation. It should go well. Often it doesn't. And with all our technology and skill sets and expertises and credentials, we should be able to get this right every single time.
Right. Yeah, he sent out an email, and I don't know if he sent it out or if BICSI sent it out, but there was a short little survey talking about project management and challenges and stuff. So I'm sure that was all part of research for this presentation that he's doing.
Yeah, I'd love to talk more about this. Can we go back to the comment that you made about talking to somebody, and maybe Carol can contribute a little bit to this to help the audience and even in a bigger scale, bigger picture. But in my experiences, I have always sensed it's more of a competitive deal where they're competing, maybe not for a like, maybe for a like, and maybe that could be the basis of it taking so long for the two giants to get together.
You're talking about between NECA and BICSI?
Yes.
Yeah. Because I talk to a lot of people in our industry, and there are some people who are afraid of this NECA BICSI kind of joint thing. They're afraid. They think NECA is the wolf in sheep's clothing. I don't think that's what it is. I think this is two big organizations that can coexist in the same space and help each other.
I do too.
But it's going to take some careful planning and obviously some politics as well. So,
well, I think we might be able to actually thank the Gen Zers to open these doors for maybe some conversations about this, because maybe it is some stale conversations that finally got shaken out a little bit. And I think that the 1 + 1 = 3 concept is always there for me. And it obviously looks like BICSI and NECA have put a tremendous effort into having this happen. So I'm excited for it. I'm excited for the industry. I'm excited for these two organizations and to also see what's to come of it.
Right. So they are still selling tickets to it.
Yep.
I don't remember the website. How did you find the website?
So you just go on to 2023 Summit, BICSI NECA Summit. So it's, hold on one second. Oh gosh, it's NECA BICSI schedule rates. So you go on here, and then I believe it's the register button is underneath about schedule speakers exhibit floor. So you'll see a registration button right there, and they make it really, really easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think
right
they have
there.
a website, a URL dedicated straight just for this event. So the way that I find them every single time is I just go to Google, I type in NECA BICSI Summit 2023, and it's the top one.
Yep.
So yeah, they are still log in to register. Let me see, full refund, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what the current price is. We're past the early registration.
Yep.
So I don't know what's cost to go to it now, but
so this website to check is NECAorg.net, right? NECAnet.org. I apologize for that. NECAnet.org.
and does it show up on that URL when you put that in?
And I'm right here. It takes you to 2023 NECA BICSI Summit, and it looks like it's through NECA's platform to be able to log in and register to purchase the tickets. But I assure you that BICSI's probably got a platform dedicated for this as well.
Right. Alrighty, so that's our 30 minutes. If you're going to be there, make sure you come see me. Make sure you say hi to me. I love taking pictures of people while I'm at places, so I love doing those kinds of pictures as well too. So let's show NECA and BICSI the Let's Talk Cabling podcast audience cares about what this message is being talked about. So
no, and thanks again, NECA and BICSI and all those volunteers and dedicated professionals that took time out of their lives to put this together. This is no small feat, and this is a lot of organization, a lot of conversations in the background. And again, I do wish I could join you. It would be so fun, and I can't wait to hear all about it, Chuck, when you come home. And I'm sure we'll be hearing lots of it.
Before we sign off, we need to do a call to action for the show in 2 weeks. We need to figure out. Go ahead.
I want to do project management. So maybe we could be on the heels of this with Christopher. And also, call to action would be if there are any experts that can help us along and share more awareness about the ICT industry and infrastructure and any trends that might be occurring that we would love to hear more of. Love to have you on our show, and we could talk about that afterwards. But send Chuck a DM. You know where to get a hold of him on LinkedIn. We're both available on LinkedIn. Go ahead and go underneath our profile picture. Underneath there is contact. Reach out to Chuck for any scheduling inquiries that you might want to do, and just reach out to me if you're looking for business development, marketing specifically for your business and or personally.
Yep. Fantastic. I appreciate everybody coming on tonight, and stay tuned in 2 weeks for I'm going to do a lot of social media posts on those days. A lot of social media posts.
Well, thanks again, Chuck, for hosting this and having me on here, and I can't wait. And thanks again for your dedication, and it's very well appreciated by all.
I appreciate you coming on and talking to me about it, because I was gonna burst at the seams because I'm so excited about this thing. All right, everybody, we'll see you back in for Low Voltage Chat in 2 weeks.